Hi, good afternoon. Today we discuss about projections. Okay, what is a projection? Projection is nothing but the display of or the transformation of 3D objects on a 2D plane. In the viewing pipeline, we have seen that the projection transformation. The projection transformation is used to display a three-dimensional object on a two-dimensional view plane. So the projection is the transformation of 3D objects onto a 2D plane. Okay, mainly we have two types of projection, that is perspective projection and parallel projection. Okay, so what is parallel projection? In parallel projection, the coordinate positions of the 3D objects, the coordinate positions of the 3D objects are transformed to the view plane along parallel lines. Okay, so here the projection reference point or center of projection seems to be infinity. So the coordinate positions are transformed to the view plane along parallel lines. These are the parallel projection. So here we have AB is the object to be displayed on the projection plane, so that the coordinate positions of AB are transformed along the parallel lines. Then on view plane it is displayed as A dash B dash. Okay, so this that is the projection plane, and the object AB is transformed, the coordinates of AB are transformed along the parallel lines. And here we have the center of projection or the projection line. The center of projection is the point at which the projected lines converge to a single point. That is the center of projection. Okay, that point seems to be infinity because they are projected along parallel lines. Okay, then next is the perspective projection. In this perspective projection, we have the object positions are transformed to the view plane along the lines that converge to a point called the projection reference point or center of projection. So this is the perspective projection. Here the AB is transformed to A dash B dash, and that is the object coordinates are projected in such a way that they will converge to a single point. Here we have the center of projection. Okay, so the the coordinates of the object are in perspective projection. The coordinates of the object are projected in such a way that they will converge to a single point at somewhere, not at infinity. Okay, so these are the main two types of projections: perspective projection and parallel projection. Okay, then we have the different types. The main category is perspective projection and parallel projection. Then here the parallel projection are further divided into orthographic projection and oblique projection. Okay, that will explain later. Then this orthographic projection are further divided into multi-view and axonometric. This axonometric are further divided into isometric, dimetric and trimetric. Oblique projections are further divided into cavalier and cabinet projections. So these are the different categories of parallel projection. The main two categories orthographic and oblique. Then the orthographic are further divided into multi-view and axonometric view. That axonometric view is further divided into isometric, dimetric and trimetric. Oblique projections are of two types: cavalier projection and cabinet projection. Then the perspective projection are of three types: 1 point projection, 2 point projection and 3 point projection. Okay. So next we have the difference between perspective projection and parallel projection. As I told earlier, in perspective projection, the coordinates of the 3D objects are projected in such a way that they will converge to a point that is known as center of projection. Okay, so it is after perspective projection, the image occurred similar to our human visual system. What is the speciality of a human visual system? That is the father object. Father object means the object which are far away from us are seen to be smaller than the object which are closer to us, isn't it? For example, the aeroplane. When we see an aeroplane at the airport, that is at the landing position, it seems to be big, isn't it? While it travels through the air, when we look at the aeroplane from the ground, when we look at the aeroplane at far away on the sky, it seems to be smaller. Okay, that is the realistic view of our human eye, that is known as perspective foreshortening. Foreshortening of our eyes. Okay, so perspective projection will keep that property. That is why the visual effect is similar to human visual system. That is, the size of the object varies inversely with the distance from the center of projection. When the object near to closer to the center of projection are seems to be closer, that is which are closer to our eyes. Okay, object which are closer to our eyes are seems to be larger than which are far away from us. Projection of a distant object are smaller than the projection of object of the same size that are closer to the projection plane. As it come closer to the projection point, that or the center of projection, it seems to be smaller and smaller. Look at this. In parallel projection, the AB is the actual object, and it is when it is coming, that AB, if it is come towards the center of projection, the length will get reduced. Okay, so that is the foreshortening of our eyes. In parallel projection, it preserves the relative position or the size of the object. Okay, but it will give less realistic view because of no foreshortening. Then here the parallel lines remain parallel. So the parallel projection preserves the relative position of the object. So it is used to drafting to produce the scale drawings of three-dimensional objects. Okay, because the accurate view of various sides of an object are obtained with parallel projection. Perspective projection, on the other hand, produces realistic view but does not preserve the relative proportions. Okay, so a parallel projection preserves the relative proportion but does not give the realistic view. Perspective projection gives the realistic view but does not preserve the relative proportions. Okay. So next we see the characteristics of perspective projections. As I told earlier, perspective projections are of three types: 1 point, 2 point and 3 point. Okay, so here we have the center of projection is at a finite distance from the objects. That projectors are rays, that is non-parallel lines. Rays means they will emerge then converge at some point, that is known as rays, or it will emerge from a single point, isn't it? That's why we are saying sun rays. Okay, so the rays are that are non-parallel lines. So it has some vanishing points, that is object appears smaller as distance from the center of projection or the eye of the observer increases. Difficult to determine exact size and shape of the object, but it is realistic and difficult to execute. These are the characteristics of perspective projection. So what is that? Center of projection is at a finite distance from the object. Then the projectors are rays or non-parallel lines, and it has some vanishing points. Then object appears smaller as distance from the center of projection increases. Difficult to determine exact size and shape of the object, and it is most realistic and difficult to execute. Then when a 3D object is projected onto a view plane using perspective transformation equation, any set of parallel lines in the object that are not parallel to the projection plane converge at a vanishing point. Okay, that is, if we are projecting any set of parallel lines in the object, okay, that are not parallel to the projection plane. If we are when a 3D object is projected, if you are projecting a 3D object onto a view plane using perspective transformation equations, okay, in that case what will happen? Any set of parallel lines in the object, that object may have parallel lines, okay. Suppose we are projecting a cube that has a set of parallel lines. So any set of parallel lines in the object that are not parallel to the projection plane converge at a vanishing point. There are infinite number of vanishing points depending on how many set of parallel lines are there in the scene. So how many parallel lines are there in the object which is to be projected? Depending on that, there are any number, infinite number of vanishing points. If a set of lines are parallel to one of the three principal axes, the vanishing point is called a principal vanishing point. So what is principal vanishing point? The vanishing point for any set of lines that are parallel to one of the principal axes of the object is referred to as principal vanishing point. There are at most 3 such points corresponding to the number of axes cut by the projection plane. That is why this projection perspective projection occurred in 1 point, 3, 2 point and in 3 point. Okay, so what is vanishing point? I repeat, when we are projecting a 3-dimensional object onto a view plane using perspective projection. Okay, if we are projecting in using perspective projection, we have any set of parallel lines in the object that are not parallel to the projection plane. So that set of parallel lines will converge at some point and that point is known as vanishing point. And there exist infinite number of vanishing points depending on how many set of parallel lines are there in the scene. Okay, if the set of lines are parallel to one of the 3 principal axes, we have x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So the set of lines that are parallel to one of the 3 principal axes, the vanishing point is known as principal vanishing point. So there are 3 such points corresponding to the number of axes. Okay, so here I repeat, the vanishing points are certain set of parallel lines appear to meet at a different point, that is known as the vanishing point. Okay, so here 1 point, 2 point and 3 point. These 3 parallel lines. Okay. Then the principal vanishing points are formed by the apparent intersection of lines parallel to one of the 3 principal XYZ axes. The number of principal vanishing points is determined by the number of principal axes. The set of parallel lines on the same plane lead to collinear vanishing points. The line is called the horizon for that plane. The set of parallel lines on the same plane lead to collinear vanishing points. Collinear means vanishing points at the same line. Okay, so here we have 1 point perspective projection. Here the set of vanishing points are parallel to one of the principal axes. In 2 point it is parallel to the 2 of the principal axes. In 3 point perspective projection it is that are parallel to 3 of the axes. Okay, so here it is 1 point perspective XY. Okay, XYZ, and they are parallel to the which axis? XY plane ആണ് നമ്മൾ പ്രൊജക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, that are parallel to the Z axis vanishing point is given. Okay, parallel to the Z axis, but that will converge at some point. Okay, so that is known as Z axis vanishing point. That is the 1 point perspective. Here we have x and y. Okay, they are parallel to the x-axis and y-axis. Then we have 2-point perspective projection, that is 2 vanishing points are there. And there it is 3-point perspective projection. It is used less frequently because it adds little extra realism, so that it offered by 2-point perspective projection, that is parallel to all of the 3 axes, that is parallel to the x-axis, converge at x-axis point, parallel to y-axis, and also parallel to the z-axis. So this is all about perspective projections. So perspective projection, as I told earlier, it will give the more realistic view. Okay, and there we have the vanishing points. Vanishing point is the point at which the set of parallel lines in the object that are not parallel to the projection plane will converge at a point. That point is known as the vanishing point. Then the vanishing point which are parallel to one of the 3 principal axes, that vanishing point is known as principal vanishing point. According to the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, we have a maximum of 3 such points. Okay, according to that we have 1-point perspective projection, 2-point perspective projection, and 3-point perspective projection. 1-point perspective projection, here the projection lines are parallel to the z-axis, so z-axis vanishing point is given. And here it is parallel to both x-axis and y-axis, so it is x-axis vanishing point and y-axis vanishing point is given. And here it is parallel to 3 of the axes, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Okay, then next we see what is parallel projection. As I told earlier, the parallel projections are give the relative proportion. It will keep the relative proportion of the object, but it is not much realistic. So we can define a parallel projection with a projection vector that defines the direction for the projection lines. That are parallel lines are used here for the object. And here mainly we have 2 types of parallel projection, that is orthographic parallel projection and oblique parallel projection. When the projection is perpendicular to the view plane. Okay, here the projection line is perpendicular to the view plane, then it is known as orthographic projection. When it is not perpendicular to the view plane, that is known as oblique parallel projection. That is, one is at the normal, that is at the make an angle 90, that is perpendicular with the view plane. The parallel lines, the projector lines are parallel to the perpendicular to the view plane. So that is known as orthographic projection. Which are not perpendicular, that is known as oblique projection. So direction of projection, it is normal to the projection plane. The projection is perpendicular to the view plane. In oblique, it is not perpendicular. So direction of projection is not normal to the projection plane. And the orthographic projection is also known as orthogonal projection. That is, orthogonal projection is used to give the front, side and rear view. Okay, it is used to give the front, side and top view of an object. Projection of an object and these are known as elevations. And the top orthographic projection is called the plan view. Okay, the front orthographic projection are most oftenly used to produce the front, side and top view of an object. It is used to produce the front, side and top view of an object. That is, that orthogonal projection is used here. This is the object, and here we have the front view, here we have the side view and the top view. Okay, so the front, side and rear view of an orthographic projection is known as elevations, and the top of the orthographic projection is called the plan view. All have projection plane perpendicular to the principal axis. Length and angles are accurately depicted and measured from the drawing. So engineering and architectural drawings commonly employ this because it restrict or it will preserve the actual proportion of an object. It is used because so as a result of that actual angles or the length of the object can be depicted using parallel projection. So engineering and architectural drawings commonly employ this. Only one face of the object is drawn. It can be hard to create a mental image of an object when several views are available. That is the top view, either the top view or the side view or the front elevation. What are different types of views are available, and the object as a whole is not easy to produce. So these are the orthogonal projections. Then the next we have orthographic projections are of mainly, which are they? Axonometric projections are there. Multi-point projections are there. That is the side view, front view, and also that are the multi-view projection. And here also we have orthographic projections show more than one face of an object are called axonometric orthographic projection. The most common axonometric projection is isometric. The other two are diametric and trimetric. What is isometric projection? Here the projection plane intersects each coordinate axis in the model coordinate system at an equal distance. Here the object, here the projection where the projection plane intersect each coordinate system. Okay, each coordinate axis in the model coordinate system at an equal distance. That is known as isometric projection. Then next is at the different, that is we have the two diametric and trimetric projections. Next we have the two other oblique parallel projection that are of two types, Cavalier projection and cabinet projection. Okay, all lines perpendicular to the projection plane are projected with no change in length. That is known as Cavalier projection. That is, the Cavalier projection will produce an angle alpha which is equal to that which in such a way that tan alpha is equal to 1, that is making an angle 45 degree. Okay, so here all lines which are perpendicular to the projection plane are projected with no change in their length. That is Cavalier projection. So oblique parallel, two common oblique parallel projections are Cavalier and cabinet projections. In Cavalier parallel projection, all lines perpendicular to the projection are projected with no change in length. Okay, so it makes tan alpha is equal to 1, that is it makes an angle alpha which is equal to 45. In cabinet projection, the lines that are perpendicular to the projection plane are projected at half of their length. Okay, so this results in foreshortening of the z-axis and provides a more realistic view. That is, the lines which are perpendicular to the projection plane are projected at half of the length. Okay, here we are keeping tan alpha is equal to 2 with an angle 63.4 degree. Okay, with an angle 63.4 degree, and this cabinet projection appear more realistic than Cavalier projection because of this reduction in the length of perpendiculars. That are the lines which are perpendicular to the projection plane or the viewing surface are projected at half of the length. As a result, it will give a more realistic view. So these are the different types of projections. So as main classification is parallel projection and perspective projection. Okay, then the parallel projections are mainly classified into orthographic and oblique. Here we have multi-view, axonometric view. Axonometric view is isometric, diametric and trimetric. Then oblique projections are Cavalier and cabinet. Perspective projection, depending on the number of vanishing points, we have 1 point, 2 point and 3 point projections. Okay, so this is all about projections in computer graphics. Projections and vanishing points. Vanishing points occur in the case of perspective projections. Okay.